love when people creep in like that, because you're like, wait a minute, how would he have his phone recording it? Good morning, YouTubers. Today, I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna do today. I never really know what the hell I'm gonna do today. I've kind of like fallen off this whole focus thing. Only because I'm tired. I'm burnt out. But I'm still fighting, you know. So what I started with this morning, last night I ended up having 2 big chicken breasts and a potato with using olive oil. And now I've got 4 stalks of pineapple and 2 cups of spinach. So I'm going to get some good micronutrients to help flush this out. But, and the UFC fight came on earlier this morning, so don't text me or anything because I want to watch this results for Frankie Edgar and Uriah Faber. So, starting off the morning with this little shake, get the old pipes blowing, if you know what I mean. And then we're going to hit the gym. So I did hurt my thumb yesterday. You guys can even... my pinky came back. I had lost the feeling to my pinky and my thumb yesterday. I got squished. But my pinky came back, so it's just going to be my thumb. So I think I could do some shoulders and back today without using my thumb. I think as long as I have my fingers, I should be good to go. So... hope you guys are enjoying your pull-up challenge, and let's have some fun today in the gym. All right, I'll bring you along with me. Hey guys, just getting prepped up. So, I want to go ahead and start getting a little mixture together. I'm going to go ahead and start with some of our gold standard pre-workout. I don't know, sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I find myself making theme songs. I don't know, I've actually been really enjoying this stuff. Sometimes, you know, if I take 2 scoops, I get a little wiry, but I kind of like it because it's when I want it. But typically when I just do 1 scoop, everything's perfect. So, no crashes, really good vascular pumps. I can feel the power I get from the creatine because I've tried using pre-workouts that didn't have creatine in it, but I enjoy it with it. And I like the beta-alanine. I like to be able to get the tingle in your lips. So... I'm going to get that prepped, and then the next thing, a water jug, and I'm a big fan of using extend penis. No, I'm sorry, it's not the penis line. It's just my BCAAs. So I throw 2 scoops of that in my gallon, and we'll be ready to go ahead and clue in as far as my weight is. So I actually weighed in at 198 on Thursday, and then I've done a lot of chicken breast recently, and I had a big potato that I put some olive oil on and ate that last night. So my weight fluctuates all the time. So I'm actually at 206 right now. But you know, my waist is still right around 36.5, which is perfect. That means it's slowly getting smaller. I'm definitely seeing more veins, so I can definitely tell I'm getting leaner. Just to give you guys a little bit of update. But I'm really looking forward to the gym because I want to get some good shots so we can, you guys can see I'm not just getting fat over here.
Some chubby checker. I don't want to be a chubby checker. I love when people creep in like that, because you're like, wait a minute, how do you have his phone recording it? I'm really excited. I don't even want to oversell it, but I'm so carb loaded up after like depriving myself of carbs for so long. I always found it interesting that my body retains so much water when I carb load. You know, I think, like I've seen some people fluctuate 3 to 4 pounds. It still blows me away that I can literally put on 7 to 8 pounds of water in the course of 24 hours. But usually that turns out to being a really good workout. You know, usually it translates to me having a lot more power. But it will be weird not being able to push, but if I'm doing back, I should be able to just stay around with just pulling motions and get a little bit of versatility in the mix. So let's go ahead and pop on some freaking house music and let's get chimp in this motherfucker. Oh! Woo! Oh my god! I can feel it! I can feel it! It's like tuning in. I feel like I just bite it right now and I just pull on it. It gets that tingle. You know that tingle. Can you see it? Is it tingling in the video? Good. I feel like my lips have pop rocks. Your mental moment. It's the moment when you get a new vehicle, and after the vehicle's Sirius radio fucking expires? What kind of fucking shit is that? I'm over here, Blair. Wow! and then all of a sudden it goes, bloop, no signal. For a subscription, go ahead and call this number. Fuck you, Sirius!
Hey guys, it's Joey, and today we're going to be doing back and buys. One of the first exercises you're going to see me do is utilize this seated row. I have a different variation in it. If you look, I actually don't pull my hands all the way to my chest. Now, I've had some people ask me, why is that? And I wanted to explain that with this little video. When I'm actuating my back, I'm really honed into my mind-muscle connection. So what I'm actually doing is making sure I'm actually using my lat to pull to the point where my biceps get ready to take over, and then I stop. And after I stop, I go ahead and jump off, do a whole session of stretching. When I'm doing any kind of seated row or any kind of lat pull downs or narrow grip lat pull downs or narrow grip seated row or T-bars, you'll notice I utilize stretching all the time. But I'm not going to show you a video of me stretching all the time. I did want to go ahead and show you this is how I stretch. I actually allow my weight to pull on my lats a little bit. I don't want to cause any pain, but I definitely get a good pull on it. And then I like to superset, jumping between a seated row and doing like a straight arm pull down. So you're going to see me jump in and do these pull downs. You'll notice my set counts kind of change. Sometimes it's 12, 12, 10, 10. Sometimes it's 12, 10, 10, 8. It really has to do with the mood. And I was in a really good spot. I knew I had a bunch of carbs in me. I knew I was plenty hydrated. As you can see, I feel like I look like a little balloon. But that's what happens, you know, when you deprive yourself of carbs all week. And then I also think I ate. So I had a crack up there. My son decided to start screaming. But after you deprive yourself of a lot of carbs and you reload with a lot of sodium, like I said, I inflate really bad. But I was really excited here. Here we got into doing my favorite T-bar rows. Now this, you'll notice I hit a little differently than my seated row. I actually have a lot more range of motion. I actually retract my elbows all the way back. So if you're wondering why in my seated row I really wasn't getting a full range of motion, I come over to the T-bar row and here I get a lot more motion. Because like I said in my earlier videos, I feel like I get way more range of motion utilizing my lat, my middle of my back with the T-bar row more so than I do with a lat pull down or a seated row for that matter. So I actually do a set of these and then I jump into doing a set of negatives. So from there, I'm going to transition over to doing these single arm dumbbell rows. Now this is an important exercise. This is probably more important for me than doing the T-bar row. So you're going to notice I do about 5 sets of these, and I minimize my rest time so I can really increase my heart rate, my rate of perspiring. I really want to make sure I drop a lot of water weight. I get my cardiovascular workout right around here. When you drop that rest time down, you're gonna start getting pumps in your back that you may not get. I always find that it's really hard for me to get a really big pump in my back. So when I drop these rest times like this is when I do it. All those exercises are great for, like, you know, building a pump and contraction. But this is the beater. This is where all of it comes together. This is where I get my blowout, my muscle fatigue. And this pretty much starts to signal when I start relaxing and taking my foot off the gas of doing all this crazy volume. And I start allowing some rest time and getting myself to recuperate a little bit more, because these will beat the crap out of you. But as you can see, I'm at it. Like, sweat's dripping off. Perfect completion. You know, I nailed the spot. So from there, I'm going to jump over and doing a narrow grip lat pull down. And the reason why I'm doing this is I just got a huge pump from doing the single arms. So this is going to help me. This is more of a stretching exercise for me. As you know, I'm not really going that heavy. I think I go around 80 pounds. But more importantly, it's just for me to stretch. I'm tightening up right now, especially after doing all those single arm dumbbell rows. So this allows me just to further stretch everything, break down any little fine little tears that ever happen. And then let's jump in a little interview. So I ended up adding a lot more exercises for my back. I don't really have the energy to do my traps. So I'm just going to go tie in some accessory work with biceps. Let me get a couple more sets. Hit some cardio. And then it's time to go eat. So jumping into this bicep routine, you really shouldn't have to kill it too hard. I mean, you use a lot of your biceps anyway in doing your back workout. So I like to start with this concentration style cable curl. It really allows me to focus on my contraction, allow my negative to be really slow and controlled. And I got this from Rich Piana. If you guys ever haven't seen him, He utilized this to take some of the pressure off his elbow, and I gotta tell you, it actually helps me the same way. So my elbows get really beat up from doing so much arm work. So using exercises like this, they're gonna take the strain off, are really helpful, especially if you're trying to get like a total burnout. I like to go from my right, go to my left, and I just keep my rest time really short, going back and forth. I don't really add too many exercises. I like to use some just quick pumps. So I go into this reverse grip, and I actually allow my elbows to flare just a little bit because I'm just fatiguing at this point from my back being totally destroyed. But if you notice, I'm actually contracting really top when I finish the curl before I do the press, and then I actually allow the negative to go really slow on the way down. The reason why I incorporate the press is just to get some more range of motion with my back, especially because it's starting to tighten up. And then of course, for those who know about the challenge, I end and final everything on these narrow grip pull-ups. That's where I got the idea from. So my back's pretty destroyed. I don't even think I do very many. I think I do like 6 or 8 or something like that. But they blow you out. They're a great finisher. I just look exhausted. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you later. So that's the end of the workout. I was able to really hit a lot of exercises in my back. So for those of you that are looking to either get some fine definition, you can pretty much use the same workouts that I'm using right now and just increase the rep count to about 10 to 15. I would definitely go ahead and drop your rest time down from 1 minute to 30 seconds. That way you're really maximizing the hypertrophy you're getting, and you're going to generate a really good pump. Now, I'm kind of in this crossroad right now where I wasn't really losing any weight, doing this very high volume. So today, being a back workout, and being that I was really carved up, I just went ahead and tried to do both. So you're going to see a lot of the stuff I'm really pushing to failure. I started off doing some high reps, and then I worked my way down pyramid to really low reps. So I got to hit a lot of variety of my back exercises. I'm not a big wide grip lat pull down. And the only reason I was wanting to say that is I notice a lot of guys are working on trying to get their width, and I totally get that. I kind of feel like I'm a box, so I thought I feel like I'm kind of wide enough. So right now I'm really targeting a lot more rows. That way I can increase the thickness and minimize. This is Joey the Gym Junkie in a mouth. Hey guys, Joey the Gym Junkie. I'm sorry I haven't done anything in a few days. I've been really caught up with this whole transformation, trying to like dial in my diet.